Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We're going to talk about some OpenDoor, what I'm doing with my OpenDoor. Not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm doing with my money, ladies and gentlemen, with OpenDoor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at, ladies and gentlemen. I was negative on OpenDoor on January 11, 2026. $1,373, ladies and gentlemen. And slowly but surely getting out of debt, ladies and gentlemen. As of May 25th, 2026, we're down $659, ladies and gentlemen. May $21. Where's our premium? $638 on June 1st, 2026, ladies and gentlemen. This is just selling cover calls and selling cash secure puts to get this money, ladies and gentlemen, and get me out of debt, ladies and gentlemen. It could take me another 4 months to get all this debt out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at what it did for the week, ladies and gentlemen. For the week, it was down 81 cents, $4.41, ladies and gentlemen. We were at $521 starting for the week, $522 starting off the week, and we did go up to $559. And we still have our 2,161 shares, ladies and gentlemen. We're down 4,662, 32.85%, ladies and gentlemen. That's just on that. I gotta keep, how many shares of OpenDoor I need to keep? 1,500 shares. For $9, ladies and gentlemen. Then I'll be out all wash. What did I do this week? I sold a couple, ladies and gentlemen, 2 contracts. One since made $2 this week, ladies and gentlemen. And also on June 3rd, I did 2 contracts, made 4 cents on contract, made $8. Then I sold a high one, ladies and gentlemen, $5 contract, made $5, was 1 cent for 5 contracts. Let's look at this week coming up, selling calls. $7.50. I get the other 5 contracts right there. See where that's at. $7.50. I like the big upside, make that $5. Then it only sells some later on the week. If I see this staying down here or going down, I might go like a $5 here for 2 and $5.50 right here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep winning them to like 2 and 2 maybe, because I would have to keep. Right now I got 2,100. I need to keep 1,500. I need to play around with 600, but that 5 contract I always do at $7.50. It would not get to $7.50 no time soon. It could, but it's going to be a long drive on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll get a big upside. It does go up to $7.50. That's a $3 time. That's a 1,500 profit upside. That'll help leave that $4,662, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm doing with my money, ladies and gentlemen. It is 12% of my portfolio in my traditional IRA, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. See you on the next one. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.